Hi guys, my name's Johnnymax, or Johnnymax, whatever you want to call me. And as you know, I've been working on this project for roughly a year and a half now. I'm still not done. For y'all who live in day by day, paycheck to paycheck, you just gotta go with it. I'm working on this 1999 Nissan Sentra GXE, and what I'm doing to it is I'm repainting and redoing, refurbishing the whole entire body. Yeah, it's not that easy whenever you live paycheck to paycheck, right? So you have to go really slow and take your time with it, or else it's gonna end up looking like a piece of shit. So basically, I've gotten all the body parts on it that really don't need a lot of restoration issues, or don't have any, doesn't have any rust issues or anything like that. I've gotten done with that. So far I've done the trunk, back bumper, driver's side fender, and I've also redone the hood. Now if you can remember in my past videos, I showed you how to create stencils and how to put logos on your hood using rattle can spray paint. Today is a little bit different topic. Today is about the freaking the more advanced stuff. That's right, the more advanced stuff. So I'm just saying, whatever you see in my video, do not try this at home unless you are professional. You know what you are doing. Okay, you've took some type of training on this. If not, there's a lot that can go wrong. A lot can go wrong. And to show you what I mean, this is the fender to the 99 Nissan Sentra. Okay, as you can see, I have cut out a piece of metal and magnetized it to the body of that fender. This is a 22 gauge aluminum sheeting that I cut. Let me just double check on those numbers that way. Yeah, let me see. Right here, sorry. Yeah, it's 26 gauge, sorry. If you're trying to restore your vehicle, you cannot go any less than 14 gauge aluminum sheeting for your automotive restoration projects, because you have something called burn through. Now, it took me a while to try to understand what this is, but what burn through is that your resistance on your on your welder is too low, which means that you're going to have high output voltage. Now, whoever doesn't understand Ohm's law, it basically is, so amps over voltage equals ohms, and you have to actually output that and decide, work out the math on that. But basically what it is that if you have a high amount of voltage, less resistance, then what's going to happen is that your aluminum is going to burn through. If you have a high amount of resistance in the same amount of voltage, you probably won't have that. However, it all depends on the metal that you're working with. If you have very thick metal, more chances are you are not going to have that much burn through, depending on the type of welder you're using. Whenever it comes to automotive body restoration, you want to use a flux core. Now listen to this, a flux core MIG welder. Before you even mess with the MIG welder, if you've never messed with the MIG welder or a TIG, you're going straight electric, or you're going with gas. Basically what you want to do is, I wouldn't mess with it. I'd practice with it using stick welder, but not on your restoration project. You want to get your stick welding down first, so that way you can get your 50-50 bead down. And what a 50-50 bead is, you can watch other videos on it on YouTube and follow along with that. But basically what it is it's a smooth bead, not a really fat one, and it's not really lumpy. It's smooth right down the line using a stick welder. Stick welder is really easy. You can buy one at Walmart for $100. Okay. The welder I'm using is a flux core MIG welder. Let me show you what this is. Okay. Flux core welding machine. Okay. And every welding machine has speeds on it. So that's for, you don't want to set that high because what's going to happen, it's going to go 4 inches every freaking couple seconds. You don't want that. You want to set it low. I'm going to set mine down to 1 because I'm going to spot weld this first. Whenever you're doing restoration projects regarding aluminum, you do not want to go ahead and throw down a bead, because if you throw down a bead onto that, metal will warp and then you won't have a flush project. Okay, I have to repeat that. You will not have a flushed project if you throw down a bead. You want to tack it. Okay, you tack this, and what's going to happen is you're going to have 1 every inch. Now you can mark your inches, and that on the inside, and that's where you would have your welds. It's a little bit more easier. You can use a little small ruler that I have here to mark that, yeah, before you want to have a lot of prep before that too. So today I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to weld this together. And after I weld this together, oh, by the way, I have been trained before. I know how to use welders, and I'm really good at it, believe it or not. I may not have certificates for it, but I do have about 9 months to about a year of training regarding MIG welders and stick welders. I've not gone TIG. TIG is very, very advanced. MIG welding and flux core MIG welding is kind of like mid-level. So I'm a mid-level welder right now until I get my bead down correctly regarding a regular MIG welder. Not this kind of MIG welder. Regular MIG welder actually uses Tuscan gas and another gas that you need. I forgot the name of it, but it's really hot out here. Actually, it's like 80 degrees. Humidity is like sucks. Sorry, but basically that's what's going to happen here. There's nothing really much you can do at this point, but make sure you do have to wipe everything down. Make sure there's no dirt on your project where you're welding, because you think about this, you're messing with about 135 volts that are amping out of your freaking MIG welder, and if you do not control that that bead, there will be sparks flying and everything, and whenever the sparks fly, it's going to hit whatever it can, and it can also set on fire. I also forgot to mention what burn through is, and what burn through is that if you have a high voltage with less resistance, you will burn through that metal. You'll burn through both pieces of metal. You also want to go ahead and overlap your metals, so that way you have a good solid foundation for that project. Now after you get done, then you can do the rest of your stuff. You can throw some Bondo on it, sand it, prime it, paint it, and then clear coat, so forth and so on. Do not try to think, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this body repair kit, Bondo repair kit. That's okay. That's a good idea. However, now I learned everything I know from Pine Knot Job Corps. I got my certificates as an ASE and NATEF certificate, and automotive repair, automotive performance, hazmat certificates, and also have a small certificate in welding while I was there as well. Thank you, Pine Knot. It was a big help about 14 years ago. I just wanted to throw a shout out to that. Leonard Sirens, my instructor. Good luck in retirement, by the way. If y'all have been in Pine Knot Job Corps, y'all know who I'm talking about. Just wanted to throw a shout out there. He just retired about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and he's an honorary guy, but he knows his stuff. So that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this sucker ready for welding, and I'm going to get it together and go from there. I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like. If I come in any problems, hopefully I don't. Oh, one more safety thing. You have to have your PPE, your personal protective equipment. So basically what I have as a personal protective equipment is you want to have leather gloves. You do not want to have cotton gloves at all because the sparks will fly. Again, I got some nice leather gloves here, or pleather gloves here, which is nice. See them here. These are nice, so that I'm gonna be wearing those. Also, I have my leather welding suit here to wear. You have to wear that. You don't want your cotton coveralls to get burnt, because if they get burnt, then you have a burn shirt, and then you have a burn marker on your stomach or chest or whatever. Make sure if you are wearing coveralls, make sure everything is closed up completely. Nothing, no sparks can get in there. And also wear a bandana. And the reason why you wear a bandana while you're welding is because what's going to happen is that when you put on your welder, okay, once you put on your welding helmet, that top part, sparks can actually get in there and they can heat your head up pretty bad. If you have an automatic darkening helmet like I do, and most helmets are like that, there's going to be 3 knobs. One on the outside, obviously, and then you'll have 2 on the inside, okay? So, let me show you what these are. Okay, so basically you have a dialer right here on the outside. It's probably going to be left or right. You'll see it'll say something like grind all the way up to like 13. If you're grinding something and you don't want that flash, this technically turns the mask off and saves you battery power. But basically, you turn it on, and 13 is the best one to have because that's for welding. Have it at 13. And also, there's a sensitivity here. I don't know if you're able to see that. But basically, to the left there, there's a sensitivity. You want to turn that all the way up. And the delay, you want to turn that all the way down. Because the delay, what it is, F is for fast, S is for slow. You want that delay to be all the way up. So that way, whenever you do weld, you're not going to get yourself blinded. That shit sucks. You will be blinded for a good about 5 minutes. I'm serious. You will not be able to see anything clearly for about 5 minutes. Whenever the best thing you can do, close your eyes if you do get blinded, or what we call flashed. Okay, close your eyes. Once you do close your eyes, then hold them. It's gonna hurt. The next day, wash them out with lukewarm water. There's really not much to do. Use a Visine if you can. It's gonna feel like your eyes are gritty. Okay, that's why I wear glasses now, is because I got flashed whenever I was in Job Corps, and that was my mistake. I did not set my my welding helmet correctly. So because of that, I'm wearing glasses. So you, after you get flashed, you're gonna need glasses. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. If you have an auto darkening helmet and that solar panel, you want to actually make sure that you have it in the sunlight for a good 15-20 minutes, so that way it charges. Because if you are welding, I'm going to say this, if you are welding and all of a sudden the auto darkening is not working, you will be screwed. Okay? You'll be screwed. There's no other way of explaining that. You will be flashed, and it, like I said, getting flashed by your welder sucks. So yeah, just wanted to let y'all know that. that's the video for today, guys. And I will, give y'all updates about this. I'm gonna let my helmet fucking just do its thing, charge up. There's also a test button. It will light up after you get through. After it gets through charging, just press that. Make sure that the auto darkening automatically darkens and there's no red light. Alright guys, y'all have a great day, and good luck on your projects. Have fun. This is all hobbies for us, or maybe something that you're doing professionally. So have fun, enjoy yourselves, and stay safe.